evening, Arizona.
Hello.
Good evening.
We're very excited to have I met these guys in Sri Lanka, Matthew and Michelle, and Thurindu named them Eminem.
I totally forgot about that.
It's
That's
Yes,
right.
very fitting. Yes.
very fitting.
So it's lovely to see you both again.
Thanks for
So
having
great to
us.
see you.
Yay.
Yeah.
And Kathy, do you want to start us off with the first question?
Sure, let's go. Okay, Eminem. How long have you been iridologist?
2 years.
Yeah, we've only been doing it for about 2 years. But when we got into it, it was just like, I don't know, it just kind of felt like we had been doing it for a while. And when we met Ellen, it was like we had met someone that just embodied every part of like a natural mentor that we would ever want. And just we kind of just fell in love with it. So we've in it for 2 years, but it definitely has felt longer just because we've been
We've
around her so much that we've probably done what 150 to 200 eyes.
yeah, at least at this point.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Excellent.
Well, I didn't realize it was such a short. I mean, two years is kind of a long time, but the way you guys the way you guys presented Ellen's material at the symposium, and the way Ellen has spoken to me about you guys, I thought you'd been doing it for like 10 years at least. So
We've been doing
amazing.
other kind of biometric health modalities for about 10 years. I
Yeah.
mean, before this, we did thermography, which is we did whole body regulation point thermography out of Germany. So that's where we're taking temperature readings across all the different parts of the body. So we are very used to utilizing different signs and signals that the body provides to
Great.
give different patterns. Like,
Yeah.
And that was built for like a reflex organ. So you're looking at
yeah.
skin and readings for liver or, pancreas, heart, I mean, all sorts of things, head function, mastoids, sinuses. And it had like chronic and acute stuff, just like you'll see obviously in iridology. But no, we've only been doing it for 2 years, but we've been nonstop with Ellen. Like we said, we've probably seen around 200 eyes, maybe even more at this point.
Wonderful. And one of my passions is body wisdom signs and looking at other signs on our bodies, like the tongue and the face, etc. That really help to clarify what we see in the eyes. So I'd love to know more about the thermography at some stage,
Oh
and
yeah.
also the voice and also
Yeah,
the voice therapy that you do.
yes,
Yes,
and we also
yeah,
do that.
yeah.
And then a lot of times we'll look at the tongue as
Oh
well.
no, we've been doing tongue analysis even before we were doing iridology.
Yeah, I lived in China for about 3 years, and I love incorporating Eastern methodologies into just our understanding of the body. I think there's a lot of ancient wisdom in a lot of countries all over the world. And so any chance that I get to incorporate other countries' perspectives is really fun.
Fabulous. Love it.
That's excellent.
Okay, so with iridology, what inspired 2 years ago? What inspired you to become iridologist?
We
So
moved everything online.
no, 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 no. Come on. We were
Oh, I was trying to heal my
we
eyes.
were looking
Yeah.
at ways to heal our eyes, and we found a like a functional eye doctor and ophthalmologist, and we connected with him, started seeing really great results, and then I stumbled on iridology through that, of just different ways of looking at the eyes and trying to heal her eyes because I have 20/20 vision,
And I
but
do not.
she does not. And so I was just looking at it and I found IPA. And then I was like, okay, this is overwhelming because there's so many different teachers out there. It's like, how do you know what to pick and this and that? But I had come across Bernard Jensen during naturopathy, not for iridology, but for nutrition.
Because
So I,
we're both also traditional naturopaths.
so I'd heard of the last name Jensen before, and then when I found Ellen, I was like, oh, this is where if I'm going to invest, this is where I want to invest in someone that is a second generation iridologist like that. And so when we got into it, we wanted something that can be done from a distance
Mhm.
right? So that was one of the, kickers, even though
Because
that's
we
how
were
we stumbled upon it, which was,
serving clients all over the US at that point.
yeah,
And we had people in so many different states. And the challenge with thermography is that you really do have to be in person to administer that. And
Yeah.
so with something like iridology, we thought, wow, we can see so much reflexology type information without actually having to be in person as long as the pictures are good.
Yeah.
yeah. And so, that just made a lot of sense for us to do eyes because of, that ability to kind of see anyone anywhere at any time to be able to, help them in their health.
Yeah. Awesome. And then did you go and do like a class with Ellen online or in person?
Both. So
Both.
we
Yeah.
so we did it online and then we connected with her quite a bit because we have already, we already had a practice, right? So we lucked out and like we didn't have to go find people to start doing iridology. We were just like, all right, everyone, we're doing iridology now. Like we're gonna start sending you guys magnifying glasses and then we're gonna start looking at them. And just so you know, like we're gonna have Ellen look at them and she has, 30 plus years of experience in this. And they're like, ooh, okay. So we got a bunch of it was really easy for our community to grab a hold of this and kind of go with it. And then we
We've already done
so we did it
several,
online
yeah.
at the beginning, and then we connected with her pretty much once a week or every other week because we already had people giving us and sending us eye pictures. So that was great to have that like hands-on experience because I think any online forum is hard unless you're doing it with someone, which we were, which was
Which is
great.
nice.
Or if you're have a good reason to connect with that teacher consistently. By having iPhotos to be able to go over with. And then we did her in-person class, level 1 to I think a year later. And that was, again, that was great to be able to be in person doing that.
And that was after we'd already gotten certified through Bernard Jensen International and through IPA, but we wanted that in-person experience. And I
Yeah.
got to say, I'm really glad we did it that way because it would be a lot, I think, because the in-person class goes so quickly.
Yeah.
So we were able to really kind of, because we had that background established already, we were able to really get into a lot of the nuances of stuff that we wanted to refine. And that
Yeah.
was really cool to be able to do that in
Yeah, I think
person.
anyone doing it, I would recommend doing both always.
Yeah,
Like you should have the
absolutely.
online ability, but you should do the online before going in person because you'll be able to squeeze the lime way more on that
Yeah.
experience of in person by having at least some breadth of experience online so that you can engage. Like we were engaging in questions that I can tell you I would never have thought of going through it the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just thinking about in my classes, the students that have done online classes and then come to in person, it's just a total different experience for them and us as well.
Yeah.
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 Great. Oh, that's so exciting. So do you guys, so you work online and in person or just online?
Mostly
Just online.
online. Yeah.
And do
I
you
would
treat
say
people separately or do you do it together or what happens?
that's a fair
Well,
question.
we do the appointments individually, but then we teach master classes once a week together.
Perfect.
But to answer your question further, we consult each other on pretty much every client that comes through. So we
Yeah.
kind of go back and forth with each other on almost everyone. And then also on the remedy side too. So we'll tell each other, okay, this is what we're thinking. And then, because we also use muscle testing.
Yeah.
So then when you're using muscle testing, one of the best things you can have as a muscle tester is someone that can blind check for you. So having someone that can blind check is just, great. So, it's like, oh, hey, can you check these couple things for me, to see if I'm spot on or not, or to see if this is correct or not, or if I need to rework this, having someone that is removed from the situation that can blind check stuff for you, along with look at everything that you're looking at in a different way, is also kind of really great. So I feel like we are able to serve people in a different way because we have both of our different expertise and perceptions and muscle testing and so on and so forth.
Yeah. How awesome.
Yeah.
What a great way to work.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
It is great.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, Kathy.
Well, in only 2 years, I know you've seen a lot of eyes in those 2 years, but have you been able to pick out maybe a favorite sign? Do either one of you or both of
You
you have
say
your own?
favorite, like what is that? Like, what was your favorite sign?
In eyes?
Yeah. And like, why
Um,
would it have been that favorite? I guess I'm just trying to like figure out like because all like for example, right? Scurf rim is beautiful looking,
yeah.
but I don't know if it's my favorite. I don't know how to qualify a
I always
favorite.
thought the collarette was the most fascinating
Ah, okay. Why the collarette?
because they're all different. Just like the eyes, they're all different, different shapes, different colors. They all mean something different. You have
Okay.
introversion, extroversion, or the points of jaggedness that you see. There's some are going externally, some go internally. Just looking at all those colors and talking about that. That's the first place I start anyways. Start from the inside and
Okay.
work my way out.
Hmm.
And one of my favorites change, but one of my favorites is the heart lacuna, heart flower. It's just I love them. I love finding them, and I mean I've got one myself, and a couple of my kids do. So I really like heart lacunas or heart flowers. Hmm.
Mhm.
I think at the moment for me, it's probably the pupil
Yeah,
because I love most of the clients that we see also see other functional practitioners like chiropractors or acupuncturists. And for the pupil, I really love being able to tell them, okay, at your next chiropractic appointment, see if they'll focus on this area for you.
fabulous.
And it gives them that immediate action step and also being able to tell them, and by the way, as your spine aligns better, this pupil can round out, it can change.
Yeah,
And then that gets them excited to come back the next time and see that change in the pupil. So I'd say right now it's pupil for me.
Hmm.
cool.
Gosh. I mean, it's a good question. Hmm.
What's the first thing that comes into your head right now?
The first, well, because I've been studying at the sclerology for like the last couple hours. So the whites of the eye are the pretty much the most predominant thing in my brain right now because I literally just before getting on, I just finished somebody. Um, and the sclerella is just so fascinating, like equally as fascinating as the eyes. And it's like the half moon signs is really interesting to see and fascinating. Sawtooth vessels and right angle vessels are so fascinating, just how they just kind of come and then, usually they're round and they have different shape and curvature to the vessel, but when it can just go in a straight line and then cut at a right angle is just so interesting to me. But in the iris sign, hmm, I would say polyglandular.
Hmm. Beautiful eyes. Yeah,
Seeing multiple lacuna, not as stretched out as like a connective tissue, because for my brain, it just gets a little too chaotic on like looking at it. I'm like, huh. But lacuna when it's like a polyglandular and there's, 7 or 8 of them just spread out across the iris, I just find that so fascinating.
yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. No, it's a good
Well,
question.
just like you mentioned, I am very, very captivated by the sclera. And
Mm.
with the level of information that we see in the sclera, it just opens up a whole nother world. It still
Yeah.
works in conjunction with the iris, but it takes it at a deeper level, and you are able to see healing going on in the sclera. Just like you said, Michelle, you can see the pupil round out. And so you know that something is taking place. But the sclera, man, does it give a lot of information. So I'm absolutely in love with the sclera.
Yeah, that's where we're at now because for the last 2 years we've pretty much just lived in the iris for the most part, and we just kind of dabbled in the sclerella, and so now we've been deep diving for like the last 4 months, and
Mm.
it's
We
just
started having people where we're doing comparisons for them, where they come
Good.
back and say, I want
Yeah.
to know the differences between this year and last year. And we know that the
yeah
sclera is one of those areas that shows the most difference and change. And so that's been really exciting to be able to put up those photos side by side for somebody and say, look at all these lines of healing.
Great.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yay.
Well, Chris, we've got a question for them.
Yeah, so what's going to happen now is you pick a number between 1 and 36.
I don't have my little wheel with me, so I have created a question.
Oh, okay.
I've created a question.
Nine.
But you know
9.
what? Okay.
9.
I will
That's
call
9.
it number 9. But
were we not supposed to go?
No, that's all right. That's
it's
good.
okay. It's
9,
okay.
9 is good. It's a good number.
So I have found out that they've almost answered the question in the interview. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and ask the question.
Okay.
All right.
We'll see if we can clarify it further.
Okay. When you are discussing protocols with your client, do you find yourself referring to dietary changes, herbals, strengthening body system, or other modalities, one more than the other?
Maybe not one more than the other, but we have a really wide array of approaches and therapies and natural healing modalities under our belt from 10 years of experience for both of us as naturopaths. So that,
and I love finding tools.
Yeah. And
I love tools.
And we're always looking for new things as well. So we even have clients bring stuff to us and they say, have you heard of this? Check this out. And we're like, great, something else to add to the repertoire.
Yeah. Yeah, like even when we were at the IPA and we got connected with Dr. AJ with Sujok, and his fascination with connecting Sujok with iridology as a constitution concept. And it's, him and I were up, I don't even know, maybe 1 or 2 nights. We were talking for like 3 or 4 hours. And, we're going to start learning Sujok and adding that into.
We joined his class.
Now, again, not all the modalities we have to learn, but I mean, we have a lot of modalities of movement and, rebounders and chi machines and saunas and portable saunas and light therapy and TENS units. And I mean, just all sorts of like devices and even techniques, there's Feldenkrais. And Jin Shin Jitsu, which is something you can do at your home. I mean, there's so many different things. So, I mean, we try to remove, because we do deep diving and muscle testing, we try to remove that and just say, okay, what's going to be the best fit for this person? Now, obviously, yes. I mean, food is one of the best ways for medicine. And so there's always something to say about someone's eating.
But no two protocols are ever the same.
Yeah. No two protocols, and
even for the same person because we see people every single month. And it's never quite the same. We're always tweaking, we're always adjusting to help support their body through whatever their current healing cycle might be.
Yeah, we love essential oils or Bach flowers or homeopathics. Love homeopathics.
Frequency medicine.
Oh man.
Sound therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah. We run the gamut.
Yeah,
awesome.
You do. That's awesome.
Yeah. What about you, Kathy?
Oh, you know what? I'm same as they are. I use it all. Yeah. Everything that is at my disposal, I will use it. Yeah. Other modalities, herbs, homeopathics, all of it.
Yeah. I feel like I started off being, purely herbs and homeopathics and thinking that's what I needed to give people. But more and more, many people don't get herbs or homeopathics and they get dietary changes, but also even lifestyle changes. Like I really, really love getting blue-eyed people to jump on a trampoline. I just think it's fantastic. And it just works so well. Yeah. So a lot of the times I'm thinking outside the box a bit more.
Yeah. And like you said, the lifestyle changes are so important and they're so, they can be so simple. Like there was this lady that had a lot of leg pain and it kept jumping from different places. And I said, well, I think you need a vacation. Oh, I can't take a vacation, Matthew. No. I have 3 kids, I this and that. I'm like, no, you need to take a vacation in your head. I go, you need to do 5 minutes a day where you're literally imagining yourself wherever it is vacation is. And she started doing that for 5 minutes a day. And I think it was like 3 weeks later, she texts me and she's like, I'm out of pain. I'm like,
Wow.
so, I mean, it's just, it really is like the lifestyle simplicity because we're so inundated, these days with so much media and a lot of negativity and a lot of stress and a lot of things. So, I mean, having simple things like movement, rebounding, or just, listening to your favorite song, once a day, it can make such a dramatic difference to the nervous system where it can just finally, start healing itself and helping itself.
Excellent. I love that.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thanks for having
It's
us.
been
Yeah, it was a
awesome. Very
delight.
inspiring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very inspiring.
And I'm sure it's going to be a beautiful sky as the sun goes down to Sedona.
Always, always. The red
Excellent.
rocks are amazing.
Yay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.